In the last part, we wrote a script that found out when the next bus was going to come by my office in Chicago. And just to refresh your memory on that, the code that I'm showing here is that script. And then if I ran that, what it would do is give me the stop estimation, sort of saying when the next bus is coming. So it actually tells me that one is approaching right now, then I have to wait 9 minutes and 19 minutes. One of the problems with this program is that it is hardwired specifically to my office in Chicago. I mean, it only works for that one bus stop. That is the kind of thing that you might want to generalize. A lot of people use Python to write little scripts, little utility scripts and so forth, and they want to be able to use it on different data. So what I'm going to do here is modify this program to read the stop number and route number from the command line or from the Unix command line. And it's useful just to see how that works. So in order to do that, there's a module called sys that is part of Python. And inside that module, there's a variable called sysargv that has the command line options in there. I guess to start, let me just print out what they are. Command options, and I'll print sysargv. And then I'm going to make the program quit. This statement that I've got here, by the way, this is how you make Python just stop. So if you wanted a program to terminate earlier, raise a system exit. And so if I do that, what's going to happen is the program will let me pass different arguments on the command line. Like I could say Python next bus, 22 14 787. And what the sysargv is it actually holds these things that I passed on the command line. So here's what you can do to get that information out. I'm going to put a little check in here that just checks to see whether the number of command line arguments is not equal to 3. And if it's not, I'll print a little usage message to the user saying, hey, you have to use next bus, and then give it a route number and a stop ID. And then if it does look okay, what I'm going to do is pull out information from the argument. So it turns out the route number is the first argument. The 0 argument is the name of the program. So 1 is 22, and then I'll get the stop ID out of argument 2. And then instead of having those numbers hardwired into this URL, what I'm going to do is plug them in doing a little bit of string formatting. So I'm going to plug in the route number and the stop ID into that format method. And then what's going to happen now is I have this program working as a script. I can type next bus, I can put in a route and a stop ID, and it will give me information for that combination. What it would do is generalize the code where I can put in different stop IDs. I can go to different bus stops in Chicago. If I wanted to find out like when the Route 6 bus would come by stop 5037, I could punch in that. So in some sense, I've made the code more general. Again, this is something that's very common in running Python. A lot of people use it to write little utility scripts and they want to take input. This is an easy way to do that. The other thing I wanted to just show at this point is sometimes people want to have a script where it will run without having to type the Python command first. In all of these examples, I have to type Python and then the name of the program. If you want to get rid of that, one of the things that you can do, at least on a Unix machine, is use what's known as a pound bang trick. You make an executable line at the start, say user bin environment, Python 3, and then you can make that program executable. And then that will become something that you can just run all on its own. You don't have to use the Python interpreter to explicitly run that. So this is some common things when writing scripts. It's useful to know when getting started. This is often how people start using Python, is in this way.